month now, and one of the initial concerns was the display. It's a 720p display. A lot of the competitors have moved on to 1080p, and there's already talk of 2K displays for next year. But I've been using this. I've read 1.5 Kindle books so far on this, and I don't notice a difference when I jump between this and the iPhone 5S or the Nexus 5 or the Galaxy Note 3. So you still have a very good screen, and part of the reason that we see some of these features come away is because the phone's priced $180 off contract. Now, you may be used to seeing phones in that price range, but they come with a 2-year contract and you're locked in. Comparably, if you're going to buy the iPhone 5S off contract, you're looking at $650. The HTC One and the Galaxy S4 are also around that price. The Nexus 5 is a bit of an outlier at around $350 off contract. So if you cut that price in half, you end up with the Moto G. Now, one other concession is there's no 4G LTE. So with that, you get slower speeds, but as you can see here, as we look at some of our speed tests, you get HSPA+, which is also 4G. So here we're running on AT&T's network, and we're getting up to 5, almost 6 megabits per second, and that's down, and up we're just about touching 2. So this is still fast enough for your average user. If you're a mobile professional using this to get connected to the office, upload videos, or anything like that, you may want to spring for the Moto X or a smartphone with 4G LTE. Overall, the design of this phone is very nice. It feels very solid. It's just slightly thicker than the Moto X. There are not nearly as many customization options. With the Moto X, you can customize your buttons, your back, all kinds of stuff. With this, you basically can remove the back, and you can buy a new back and put it on. There's also a flip cover, and this is similar to flip covers we've seen for other smartphones. Once you put this on, you can shut it, and that will wake and sleep the phone as you open and close it. It's a nice rubbery texture with a lot of grip, and those are add-ons that you can buy. Even though you can remove the back, you can't replace the battery, and there's no micro SD card slot, so if you think you're going to need more storage, go with the 16 gigabyte version, which is only $20 more. Now, overall, we really like this phone. Even with the concessions that Motorola makes in the display and the processor and the lack of 4G LTE, it delivers a very solid user experience. The camera is a 5 megapixel shooter on the back, and it's improved with Android 4.4.2, but it's still not the greatest camera out there. Head over to Gotta Mobile, you can see some samples. It's a little slow to focus and a little slow on the shutter, which means you might miss some shots of pets or kids. But that's our fast look at the Moto G. Over at GottaBeMobile.com, we have our full review of this $180 off-contract Android smartphone.